You, what's the word? What's the word? What's the wisdom? Let's create some vision. What's the word? We gotta be proactive, more proactive, and less reactive. Because, you know, here we are 6 months ahead. Already in the game. 6 months, and the big old reactions to this, that, and the other, and everybody's on board with these reactions. But if we was a little more proactive, some time ago, and nobody wanted to do that for whatever reason. So we got to get it together and less reactive in these ways, because now, it's just more chaos and confusion, is what they say. And I'm here to help create a vision to do better. We got to do better. There could have been so many ways to avoid the reality of this whole movement, you know? And it's a mindset shift, and creating a vision and wounds to wisdom. You can't always be so stuck on what you think all the time. Sometimes it's better, sometimes for change. We always gonna, reap what you sow in all these old different forms. So you gotta put your mindset in the right spot. And now everybody's just up in the world of it, It's just an open world or whatever, reactions. That's all. No more simple thinking, and avoid chaos and confusion, disorder, again, or something like that. So how do we kind of make the change? You got to be the change. You got to be the change you want to see, according to the farewell speech of, the former. So you got to be the change you want to see in your life and the surrounding communities. It's really important that you go broader. It's not only what you see in your own personal life. You got to be changed for good for everybody. And it's the generation behind and ahead, and somebody got to stand up to do what's right for real from your heart, not just for a chase of clicks and views and monetize, earned incomes and all that. No, it's got to be from the heart and straightforward with just love and, togetherness. So I want to, not even go further. My own journey is where I'm at with that. My mindset is focused on what I could do to change my life and where I can be better. And helping is where you're going to just do better anyway, because that is a part of the growth that you need to be to give someone else, a better understanding of what this journey could be. We're not stuck on what happened yesterday. And that's where I was, and that's so important for anybody that's really don't get it. You don't want to get it. Maybe it's from yesterday. All that stuff that's not working, and you're just doing it the same old way. And you got to implement the change of it, and that's the resistance. That's the pushback. It's the noises. It's the noises, and that's always a sign. That's the response. The noises in your head, around you, all the different elements of it, and we got to do better. That's the whole call to action right there, to do better than yesterday. And wounds to wisdom, for me, it's just it just gets better. And when you're so stuck in your old ways of being, you got to implement that first step to change, and that's what's really hard. The first step is always so hard. It's like can't let go of who you used to be. And that's why I'm always saying, well, I ain't that same person. I ain't that same person. No, I'm not that same person. I let that go. That's what I was yesterday. Compassionate, look, compassionate, friendly, people pleasing, turned up all the time, working hard person I was yesterday. I let that go, close that door, and it's over and done with. And you can grieve it sometime, and that's where it don't make sense. Like, why is this so uncomfortable? That's because you letting it go. Let it go, keep it moving, and that's doors are closing. And that's what my little videos, I'll be trying to implement that whole vision. Close the doors and keep it moving. Run your own race, get in your lane. That traffic on the drive, that's what I'm saying, is going north and it's going back south. So, but it's just moving, constant flow, no holdups, no traffic jams. You got to go for what you want, and that's really how you can do it. And that's how we all don't want to, I guess, see it that way. So it's all in your own being. So you got to be better at what you're trying to do and see and create, and it's not outside of yourself. That's my biggest lesson right there. That's my biggest lesson, is trying to do everything outside of myself. And now this season I'm in, it's all inner being. It's all inner being. You got to sow into your purpose, your creative thoughts and being. It's all about you, and you came into this world by yourself as the delivery process, and then you're attached to the outside world. So in all the comfort zones that come with it, but it's not a group chat when you come into the world. It is a turn up process with the delivery and welcome, but in the being, it's solo dolo. So when you get to yourself, you going to really form everything that's from your own creation. It's like a manifestation process. It's an attraction process. All the secrets and things that everybody have branded and stuff. That's all the inner focus. That's all. You just putting all your energy into yourself. You're investing in yourself, and you can build your own systems. And of course, that's what everyone's doing, is according to the market value of marketplace and value of different things. And I'm just gonna give it to you straight. I ain't even charging. This is my own nuggets of what I learned up until this point. It's no perfection. No one has the right and the wrong ways of how to, as they say. It is a fall down, get back up. Fall down, get back up, and what works and what don't work. Who you gonna do it with? Because you need to eventually connect with the right people, be around the right people. You got to follow the right mindset, and that is another journey in the self development. That is the whole another journey. And it's within. It's within. That's why I'm at Chateau Deacon wants the wisdom. It's within. And you can pull it to the forefront from falling down and getting back up. And that's what it is being unstuck. You got to get back up, and that hurt and that pain. It wasn't nobody's fault. Sometimes life happens and we don't understand why. And you can't understand sometimes, but it's you're not defined by where you come from. You you only defined by the progress that you make and getting ahead and going further. That's the way to get your real fulfillment and defining moments in life. And it comes in baby steps, or maybe it's a miracle type thing. But everybody have they starting days, and you got to start somewhere. Start by yourself, and it's not going to be a big old group chat. And we like those old turn ups and everybody there. And then when the going gets tough, everybody get going, don't they? Crickets. You ain't the only one. You ain't the only one. So you definitely can't run from all that stuff. You confront it, and you can't conquer what you won't confront. So you go in it knowing what you know, and that's when the intuition comes in. That's your own experience from what you already did, and you tried to work it the other way. You know what I'm saying? So, and I ain't said that really, you know what I'm saying? I ain't said that because that's when I'm getting deep into the flow of it. This is like one of my long forms that I need to work better with, long form. I like my shorts, I really do. And it's just a gradual process of video and creating content. And I'm definitely creative now, and I'm getting better, and I like the whole flow of creating something from my terms and my vision. Yes, and that's where it's at. And we got to transform ourselves and not really catch on to the other stuff that didn't work. We got to let it go, and we're trying to catch on to it and speed up with it and how fast it's going. You got to merge off into your own thing, start running your own race, and that's where it's at for me at this time. And I just say share. grow and share and learn. It ain't also such a mystery and all that, gatekeeping and it's a secret. And no, it's not a secret. It's out there, it's obvious. The response from the universe is already happening. So it's like together works, right? So how can you get together on a full level, doing it better than yesterday? That's a perfect example. So if it was better than yesterday, it wouldn't be the reality of the present. So genius with that one. So the nuggets are what led me to be more of a creator with the influence of wisdom. That's what it is: experience, wisdom, sharing, discernment, knowledge. And you can't really buy that stuff. I'm saying, and when you get it, you got it. And when someone says it, it's like took me a still, not to fully grasp it, but when somebody said, I'm like, I think I got it too. And you still don't think it's enough to have it on your own. That's that worth. And like, all right, proceed, go forward. And then you can have your genius, you can have your excellence, and be all that you were created to be. And that's the big push of winning and running your race at any level and standing in the front or in the back. You don't have to be in the shadow. Don't have to be in the forefront, but don't take yourself in the shadow. Make a mark. Set aside for a special work. What's your work? And I made all the wrong things my assignment back in the old days, and when I was doing all the other stuff that wasn't important. And I made all that stuff my assignment, trying to feel better about myself. And there's nothing against those situations. They were learning curves. And now I see the curve that was supposed to happen. And the curve didn't happen. And you just still stay in that lane where nothing's working out positively. You get all that stuff that ain't up to nothing and it's no good and it's just all nonsense. Chaos, confusion type connections. And that stuff don't even lead to nothing. And you get tired of it. You get sick and tired of being sick and tired of all that stuff that everybody's going through, and you trying to sit there and be the nice person with everybody, and they ain't thinking about you being nice. They just in their own darkness, just like you. That was the nugget. That was it right there. And the mic drop. That was I can drop the mic, but I'm gonna keep going because that's where all the mysteries are in the nuggets, where you learn from, and that was a good one for me. And I ain't really gonna bash no one for being a way or another. It's just the way we were together is where I learned, and I'm not that person no more. So I merged away, and it's the learning from it. And once you get back to the connection, it's like, all right, that stuff could have been better if I was thinking a little more about this and working out maybe instead of going back and forth to the liquor store and spending more money on just sitting around drinking. I could have been trying to at least work out somewhere or spend some money investing in something of that nature. That's more important to me now, and it wasn't then. So that's the connection. That's the growth. And now it's more of that. I ain't saying I work out all the time, and there is some desire to be better in that, taking care of yourself. And it's a process, it's a daily thing. You do it 5, 10 minutes a day, or you think you can do it 25, 30, 45 minutes a day, you go right ahead. And I'll do what works. But it's so many different ways to, like you said, attack the body and different ways to expand the muscle growth. And there's so many different muscles. So you figure it out and you live and you learn, and that's what it is. You got to get better with doing what you know it what that's all right. What works. You do what works. Yeah, and that's where the growth is. Do you, and not so much worry about everybody else and not critiquing everything around. And that's what I was doing kind of close as recently as yesterday or whatever. Still doing it at work, trying to implement my own thoughts about everything working the way I wanted to And sometimes you're trying to work it hard to get it better, and sometimes the system that's not working. So I just got caught off guard with that and thinking I'm finna just do Superman work and it's gonna be that. But no, the system that I'm in kind of took a, 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 a snag at the work process, and the system caused it like a unproductive time. So when you're trying to work hard to get a finish, the system kind of gets interfered over there at work. So you can't let that bother you. And that's the big thing about that, spending 8 hours somewhere where nothing's working out, and you want to do right, but the system kind of, you know, it's not going to let you. So that's a learning curve as well. And that's what you think is a team, and then it comes to be a system. And the team effort sometimes is not enough either. So it's no dragging, no systems, but that's what it is. You get caught in these systems. So now I kind of learned the lesson, because I was 10 years almost in it, doing it the opposite way and not even connected to all these systems. And that was the system is like crickets. It ain't working. Ain't nobody saying that. But that's why everybody shows up and don't know why they're there, and it could go left if it ain't strengthened in the systems and the knowledge and the whole work ethic. The workflow is different, than it was 20 years ago. Yeah, that's right, right? About like 2000s or something. So it was a different work ethic, and people wanted to work really to survive, and now it's people just want to make a dollar to I don't know. I don't know. It's a mystery still. It's just like there's no connection with that stuff. It's it's for nothing almost maybe, because it's already like I ain't finna do it, so I just want the reward of it. So it's mm-mm. I'm telling you, this is all my point of view, my experience. I ain't dragging nobody, and I want to do it different. And the mindset is where you do it different. You got to stay in the right mindset of just being changed. The change, you got to be the change, and you got to do what's right. Sometimes it all don't make sense, but it's going to kind of work out to what you knew it's supposed to be at one point or another. You're going to get your fulfillment and reward of from doing it right. And when you sow, man, that's what you reap. You're going to sow that, and you're going to reap more of that. And you just don't get it as quick as you want it, because it's not your system. And we don't want to let that go either. So you got to open it up to the universe and let that system pull it through for you. It's already working out behind the scenes, and you just got to fall back and go quiet for a minute, reset yourself, reposition, and then do it and see what happens. With that thought, you put your mindset in about letting the universe kind of present it to you, and get out your own head with it. And that works, so try it. We'll see. And y'all won't let me know if it works, or if you don't, you can let me know. I'm just saying from experience. So, wants the wisdom. Let's get it together. Show up, do better, do it the right way the first time, and then if it don't work, try another way. Let's not get stuck all the time about why it don't work and everything that's not working out. That's really important too, and that's what I did too. I think unconsciously, I think I did that and just couldn't figure out why it wasn't nothing working out, basically. And it was me. It was me, and you don't realize that, and that's really the hard part. I think for everybody to realize that you are in your own way with the way that things are, and that's fine. And if you don't want it to change, because you know it's you, and some people don't want to admit that, and that's that accountability. So it's fine, not dragging nobody. We're here to learn and grow, and help and learn. It's given. It's seasons to reap and sow. So if ain't nothing happening, it's a sowing season. That's a good one right there. And this is good knowledge. And you gotta write it down, take the notes and stuff, because you gotta meditate on it every day, or what you see for yourself. It ain't gonna be on the social medias all the time, all the time. So you get it, and then you keep it moving, and then run your own race. That's what I'm saying. You find out what works, and that's what I do. And it is a few things out there that could, help you resourcefully, but then it's not that whole movement. It's your own. That's what it is. And someone helped me to see that too. It's your own movement. And if you don't have to have it, you can just know it maybe. And some people just go after it, and that's cool too. And that's the mix of the, I guess, who wants and who don't. I ain't here to drag nobody. I ain't here to drag nobody. But I did do this for 20 minutes, y'all. That was impressive. So let me wrap it up. And Shutdown Deacon, creating wounds from wisdom. Come on, come on. Did I say right? Wounds to wisdom. Wounds to wisdom.